that is of the conveyance and deemed conveyance. I just want to understand from participants, how many of you are looking for taking the deemed conveyance? Can you raise that? So there are enough societies. And what about others? How many of you have not received the conveyance? Can you raise the hand? Okay. Now let us understand what is the reason that lot of societies are not going for the deemed conveyance. Have you heard that the deemed conveyance has not received the good response? Are you aware? It is not received the good response. It is received or not received? It is not received. Yeah, I will cover everything. Whatever you have a question, I will cover that. But I just want to understand from you, what could be the reason? What you have understood? What could be the reason that deemed conveyance has not become that successful, though government has announced it in the year 2010? Of course, it started in 2008, but 2010 the rules were made. What is the reason? Can anyone tell me?
Yeah, lawyers are calling it doomed conveyance.
Lawyers are calling it as a doomed conveyance. Anybody else?
Awareness is not there.
Yeah?
Awareness is not there.
No, there is no mic. Awareness is not there.
Sir, the procedure is not clear and the expenses incurred is not clear.
Okay. Procedure is not clear and expense also is not clear. What else?
Lazy people.
Yeah. What is that?
Lazy people.
Lazy people. Okay.
Many people, committee people are not going.
People are not going. They are lazy.
They are not vacating their seat.
They are not vacating the seat. They don't want to do the work and they don't want to vacate the seat. Anything else? Anything else? Yeah? It is not 100% safe as the regular conveyance. It is not safe. Paperwork is more complicated. Anything else? Okay, there is a cash payment involved. Society cannot afford or cannot pay cash.
Any government officer can change the rule overnight.
Okay, government officer change the rule overnight. Huh? Yeah, there is no knowledge. As awareness is not there, no knowledge as to how to obtain the conveyance. The stamp duty is another issue. Anybody else? Okay, there is no payment to the office bearer. Okay, fine. It is not possible to work free. Any other related to the deemed conveyance? Anything else you want to add?
We have a property card. Is that a deemed conveyance?
No, property card if you have, it is in the name of the society, that means you have already got the conveyance. So there is no need of further conveyance.
No cooperation from the landlord.
There is no cooperation from the landlord, there is no cooperation from the builder, there is no cooperation from the department, there is no cooperation from the members, no cooperation from the managing committee, no cooperation from everywhere. Okay. Okay. Now let us understand. Okay. Yeah. Now let us understand. Today, in next 30-35 minutes, the issues which has been raised about the awareness, I will try to create an awareness. And one of my friend, Mr. Pai, he is also an advocate. He has rightly pointed out that more than an awareness and communication, there has been a miscommunication, and which has been enlightened by my friend there. Ki the deemed conveyance does not give the actual conveyance. It does not give the regular conveyance. It does not give the title, effective title to the land.
As good as deemed university.
Yeah, it is as good as deemed university. So let me tell you at the outset itself, these are all miscommunication. Neither it is a doomed conveyance, nor it gives a lesser than the regular title. It gives the complete title. This should be very clear to you. Now just to give you a statistics, There are about 88,000 cooperative housing societies in Maharashtra, out of which nearly 60,000 cooperative housing societies do not have the land in their name, conveyance in their name. In spite of that, there is hardly 5% societies who have gone and obtained, that is 3,000 societies in Maharashtra have already got the conveyance in their name. If they have already got their conveyance in their name, they have paid the stamp duty, they have done the registration, they have got a property card in their name, do you think they are not having a proper conveyance? This is the law of the land, and therefore they have got the conveyance. So let me understand, just put the screen on, PPT on. So let me just explain you what is conveyance. Meaning of conveyance is very simple. It is transferring the land and building in the name of the society, because individually you cannot own the land, you can individually own the flat, and the collectively a society is registered, so the collectively there will be land in the name of the society. Secondly, the object is threefold. The first is to become a legal owner. Unless until you have conveyance of land in your name, you do not become the legal owner. Secondly, to make entries in the government record. When we say making entries in the government record means property card coming in your name. Once you have got the deemed conveyance duly passed and registered, stamp duty is paid, the government gets recorded. That means your agreement gets registered. Secondly, your property card also comes in your name. The last is to have a marketable title. Today the title is not marketable. Why it is not marketable? Because you are occupying the land. Every person is occupying the flat. The society is occupying the land, and building is maintained by the society. The ownership of the land is in the name of the landowner who is not cooperating, and the development right is with the builder. The builder is expired, absconding, landowners are expired, so many issues. So there is a lot of, the title is not marketable, it cannot be developed, it cannot be transferred. So neither you can do the redevelopment. So to have a marketable title, conveyance is must. So having understood this, now let us go to the next, that is what the conveyance we are expecting, or what we want. Conveyance of the land is also there, building is also there. Under the deemed conveyance, a lot of people under the wrong impression that they are not getting the land in their name. They are not getting the development right in their name. They are not getting the clear title. It's all wrong. It's all misunderstanding spread by the different advocates with due respect to them. They are saying this has to be done, that has to be done. And so many issues are raised. But they don't look at what has been already done. It's a law of the land. Maharashtra government has passed the law, and government of Maharashtra has appointed a person to execute the conveyance deed on behalf of a builder who is not facilitating or favoring or cooperating. So therefore, conveyance of the land and building both happens through the deemed conveyance. Next is, when we don't get the conveyance from the what is known as the builder, or how to get the conveyance in the name of the society. One, you can directly approach the builder, which is called a regular conveyance. Builder gives the conveyance with the efforts, whatever you do. He executes the conveyance deed, signs it and gives it to you. If he does not give, you have the option, as Anil Harish in the morning said, that the MOFA was not having a proper implementing agency, and therefore the new regulatory authority is getting appointed in the new act. So in order to get the implementation of whatever is the provision in the Maharashtra Ownership Land Act, you could go to the court. That's the second option. And the third and most option, which has been done now, that MOFA, since there was no implementing agency, an implementing agency, that's a competent authority, is set up in the year 2008. So there is a competent authority who will hear the society if they don't get the conveyance and grant the conveyance. So it is a legal process. A competent authority, instead of the court, a competent authority, quasi-judicial authority has been set up. So therefore, you can get the conveyance directly from the builder. If he does not give, you can go to the court. If you don't want to go to the court, then you can go to the competent authority, that is under the deemed conveyance process, and get the conveyance. So that actual conveyance happening. Stamp duty is getting paid, registration is being done, property card is getting transferred in your name. Next. Now, if you you want to go with the builder, what is to be done? Lot of people are saying, which has been raised, lot of documents are required. Suppose you want to go to the builder. Let us assume you want to go to the builder because what the builder does, he signs. Then can you not require to give the papers? You are required to give the papers. What are the papers? As I said, what is the conveyance you are getting? Conveyance of the land you are getting. You are getting a conveyance of the building. That means if you are getting a conveyance of the land and conveyance of the building, don't you require the property documents of the land and building? Don't you require the documents related to the land and building? The moment I say requirement of the land, what are the documents related to the land? Which is available in the city survey office or in the revenue department. Which are the documents? That is your property card, CTS survey map, 7/12 utara or mutation entry. All these are the documents related to the land. NA order, ये तो है ही है. आपके पास नहीं है तो सिटी सर्वे ऑफिस में जाओ, आप एप्लीकेशन डालो. Now you have got a right to information. You collect that document. Even if you are going to the builder, you require all the documents related to the land. These are the 4-5 documents. And if you have got an agreement for sale, in the agreement for sale itself, which is executed with the builder, those documents are there. If it is not there, you have got a CTS number on this agreement. So from there, you go to the city survey office, get these documents related to the land. It's as simple as that. Second document, which this is a misconception among the people. Lot of documents are required. Lot of documents are not required. Document related to the land and building. Land I already explained. You want city survey map. You need CTS property card. You need a 7/12 utara. You need a mutation entry, that is gaon namuna check, and NA order. That's it. If you don't have any of these documents, at least you should see that in your agreement for sale there is a CTS number or the survey number. Get 7/12 utara and CTS map and CTS plan or your city survey property card. That's it. Land का description का document चाहिए. Second is building. Building का document कौन संभालता है? आपके पास नहीं है. Building का document आपका BMC में है. You file an RTA under the BMC, and if you don't get the document related to your building from the BMC, don't worry. You get that letter from the RTA that the documents are not available with the BMC. That's enough. That document is there. आपके पास एक उत्तर आ गया BMC से, उनके पास बिल्डिंग का रिलेवेंट कोई डॉक्यूमेंट नहीं है. That is your document about the building. Try to understand that. But we don't understand that. We said नहीं बिल्डिंग का प्लान ही नहीं है, हमारा ये नहीं है, हमारा वो नहीं है, हमारा डीम्ड कन्वेंस हो ही नहीं सकता है, ये तो डूम्ड कन्वेंस है, ये तो गवर्नमेंट अपना अपना पैसा बनाने के लिए चल रही है, तो ये तो हकीकत ही नहीं है, ये तो मिरज है, ये डीम्ड है, जैसे कि डीम्ड यूनिवर्सिटी है. क्या डीम्ड यूनिवर्सिटी नहीं है? जिन्होंने डीम्ड कन्वेंस डीम्ड यूनिवर्सिटी में डिग्री लिया है, क्या वो बिना डिग्री का है? क्या उनका कोई हकीकत नहीं है? Tell me that. It is a law of the land. A university which is set up by the government, and the UCG says that university which is set up by a private organization is given a degree as if it is a deemed university. If it is a Bombay University, another university which is a deemed university is a university. A degree which you are taking from the deemed university is also a degree equivalent to any other university. So this is what we don't understand. So therefore, deemed conveyance is a conveyance. It's only a process which is defined in the act. Now I will come to that process later. But let me tell you that if you don't have an agreement or the plan related to the building, still you can go ahead. Absolutely, there is no problem. So coming to the RTI, you file an RTI to the BMC saying that my building is having so and so odd, and please provide me the document related to the building. What are the documents related to the building? You are asking the RTI, right to information, building plan, IOD, CEC, that's commencement certificate, occupation certificate. You ask for all these documents, and they will reply that the file is missing. That is enough for you. No problem. That is enough document. Now, you need to prove that building is standing to the competent authority or to the, when you go for the what you call registration of the conveyance deed. What is the document? At least your society has got assessment deed. You are paying a property tax. Okay. Once you are paying a property tax, you go to the property tax department, tell them, sir, please give us the inspection extract of the total flats and what the tax you are levying to all the flats. So they give you tenement certificates, that is called as the number of flats in the building, what is the area of the flat and how much tax they are levying. This at least you can get under the new provision. When the capital taxation system is done, every society has got this. So this is again additional proof. Third proof which you can give is you are getting a water bill. You can attach a water bill. Fourth thing which you can do is electricity bill of every flat owners you can attach. So that means what the competent authority wants to understand, are you having a building or not? That's it. In order to understand it. And the last, which I have done for 1 or 2 cases, where the competent authority ultimately insisted, no, I need a plan. So because BMC does not give the plan, so we said, okay, ground floor there are 4 flats, first floor to 4 flats, 5. So the measurement was done and plan was prepared, and that plan was submitted, duly certified by the architect as one of the enclosure. Because he said, let me understand how many flats are there, that plan is required. So duly certified architect plan is also sufficient. So land and building. Then the third document which is required is about the member. What the document from the member is required? From the member you require agreement for sale. Suppose you have got 30 flats, 30 persons, agreement for sale, duly stamp duty paid and registration done. Suppose you don't have duly paid, stamp duty paid, registration done, but at least you have 30 to 30 agreements. That is enough. Suppose you don't have the agreement also, you can attach share certificate of those members and say that our society has not issued any agreement, nor those agreements are there. So whatever is there, you can just attach it and you can go with the members list and the detail. So that these are the documents required. Next document required is registration certificate of the society. The society has to apply. So you need a registration certificate of the society. Then you require a resolution from the society. Then you require, if at all you are appointing an advocate, you need a wakalatnama. Now, with all these lists, what happens is, it looks like 20-25 documents. But tell me, is it difficult to get all these documents? And even if you don't have a document, you have to simply give an affidavit to the competent authority saying that we have asked this document to be given by the builder and the landowner, but since they are not cooperating and they are not giving us, whatever document is available with us, we have submitted to you. So having submitted this document, and if you require any other further documents, please take it from the opponent. And the law says, if the opponent does not give the document which has been insisted, adverse inference against him will be drawn. That is the law. The rule says, if the opponent is required to produce certain documents and the competent authority demands such documents from the opponent party, that is builder, and he does not submit that document, then adverse inference against him will be drawn. Which means, even if you don't have the document, still you can go for the deemed conveyance. Now coming to this, even if you are going with the builder, still all the documents are required. If you don't have the document, then the builder cannot give conveyance. Let us understand that. Third is, prepare and conveyance deed, for which you need to appoint an advocate, and next you have to pay the stamp duty. Now the question is, somebody asked me, how much is the stamp duty? If everybody has paid the stamp duty on their respective agreement, at the time of deemed conveyance, you are required to pay only 100 rupees as the stamp duty. Suppose you have got 30 flats, all 30 flats have to pay their stamp duty. If all 30 flat owners have paid their stamp duty on their agreement, at the time of conveyance, you have to pay only 100 rupees as a stamp duty. Out of 30, let us assume, yes sir, out of 30 flats, let us assume 25 people have paid the stamp duty. 5 people have not paid the stamp duty on their agreement. At that time, only those 5 people will have to pay the stamp duty what is applicable on their agreement at the time of conveyance on the conveyance deed. So that will be done at the adjudication department. Even if you are going through the builder, still you have to do it. Next is register the conveyance deed. Next is you have to obtain the index to and go to the city survey office. All this procedure you have to do even if you are going with the builder. So what the builder does? Builder simply signs the conveyance deed. The landowner simply signs the conveyance deed. Now where is the problem here? It is not related to the documents. All the problem is related to the builder does not want to sign. Why he does not want to sign? Because he knows if I sign, I am losing my right title interest in the land. I am losing the development potential. So additional increase in the FSI will be with me. So why should I sign? Why should I give all these documents? So he is doing delayed hiring. Because he is doing delayed hiring, the other option available with the consumer or the society is to go to the court. Next. So the next option available is going to the court. When I say court, that means you can go to the civil court, you can go to the consumer court, you can go to the criminal court. Going to the court, people don't want to stress upon. Because they know if we go to the court, it takes 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, then there is an appellate authority and it takes its own time. So therefore, people were not going to the court. Therefore, the government thought it fit on the various representation that the association like us, Maharashtra Society Welfare Association, Federation, various people, when the representation was made, the representation result is a competent authority was appointed. Now what the competent authority does? Competent authority replaces the promoter, that's it. What is the job of the competent authority? He is simply replacing the builder. बिल्डर आपको कोऑपरेट नहीं कर रहा है, जमीन मालक आपको कोऑपरेट नहीं कर रहा है, तो आपको किधर जाना है? बिल्डर के पास न जाते हुए आपको कॉम्पिटेंट अथॉरिटी के पास जाना है. दैट मींस a quasi judicial authority, that is none other than district deputy registrar, and district deputy registrar आपको कन्वेंस डीड साइन करके दे रहा है. प्रॉपर्टी कार्ड आपके नाम पर हो रहा है, आपको स्टैंप ड्यूटी भरना है, कन्वेंस डीड में वो खुद साइन करके आपको देने वाला है. दैट्स इट. इसमें क्या बड़ी बात है? जहां बिल्डर आपको कन्वेंस करके नहीं दे रहा है, बिल्डर आपको जमीन आपके नाम से करके नहीं दे रहा है, तो इसके लिए इन ऑर्डर टू रिप्लेस द बिल्डर हु इज नॉट कोऑपरेटिंग विद यू, a competent authority has been appointed. For example, tomorrow Maharashtra government gives a GR that the persons who are sitting here will act as a competent authority to execute the conveyance deed in the name of the society. Let us say he is appointed as a competent authority. Now let us assume he is appointed as a competent authority to give the conveyance to all the people sitting here, those who are not. Now he will ask you, which society, give me your society registration certificate. He will say, your society you have proved. Are you authorized by the society to apply for the conveyance? Give me your resolution. Third, he will say, okay, which building? Give me the name of the building. Then he will say, how many flats are there? You have to give the detail of the flat, just not by giving saying there are 20 flats. He will say that, okay, give me the what you call 20 flats number, area, plan. Then which land you are talking about? Give me the property card. All this document he will ask. If you are going to be executing conveyance deed, he will ask all this. So the competent authority asks all these documents. Then he steps into the shoes of the builder. He becomes the builder. He becomes the landowner. And उनके तरफ से वो साइन करके आपको कन्वेंस डीड में साइन करके आपको देगा. इसका मतलब आपका कन्वेंस रेगुलरली हो रहा है. जहां बिल्डर कोऑपरेट नहीं कर रहा है, वो जमीन मालक कोऑपरेट नहीं कर रहा है, उधर कॉम्पिटेंट अथॉरिटी डिस्ट्रिक्ट डेप्यूटी रजिस्ट्रार आपको आपका कन्वेंस करके दे रहा है, जो कन्वेंस डीड में दिखाऊंगा. सो दिस इज सच ए सिंपल प्रोविजन. नेक्स्ट. So the competent authority is appointed on 25th February 2008 and district deputy registrar is notified as the competent authority, and last is amendments were done in the year 2010. जब रूल बन रहा था, amendment हो रहा था, so I was appointed as one of the committee member in rule framing, and 2 years we discussed, and after discussing various issues and minimum documentation has to be done, minimum process has to be done, this is what we could do. So that means I was also part of this committee, but lot of suggestions were taken, and accordingly now this has become the law of the land. Now you can send the builder to jail and you can obtain the deemed conveyance. Next. Now as I said, public में इतना एक गलत फहमी है. Deemed conveyance means as good as it is conveyed and treated as conveyed. It's a legal fiction. But what I am saying is, under the deemed conveyance rule, you are getting actual conveyance. Let me tell you, what is the difference between deemed conveyance and actual conveyance? आप लोगों को ये लग रहा है कि actual conveyance मतलब बिल्डर ने साइन करके दिया, जमीन मालक ने साइन करके दिया, आपको actual conveyance मिल रहा है. This is what you understand? Correct? Under the deemed conveyance also the same thing is happening. The only difference is the societies which who have raised the hand, I also understand it is more than 4 months old. बराबर है? सब सोसाइटी 4 महीने के ऊपर हो गया. What the law says, if the builder does not give you the conveyance within 4 months from the date of formation of the society, it is deemed to have been conveyed. Now, how many societies are registered more than 4 months? Please raise your hand. All? That means, now all the societies have got the deemed conveyance. Now, this is the deemed conveyance. Now, just having said that you have got the deemed conveyance does not solve the problem. Because we have seen that there has to be government entry, there has to be a deed. So who does this? Therefore the court said, or therefore the law said, that where the societies have got the deemed conveyance, more than 4 months are over, and the builder is not going, so therefore now you are going to get an actual conveyance under this route. That means all the societies have got the deemed conveyance. Now you can go to the competent authority, apply to the competent authority saying that our society is registered more than 4 months old, and we have asked the builder is not giving conveyance, therefore please give us the actual conveyance. So there is no difference between actual conveyance and the conveyance that you are obtaining through the deemed conveyance route. Are you clear with this? So therefore, please remove your misunderstanding. Please remove the misunderstanding. Deemed conveyance सब अधिकार आपको मिल रहा है, मिलता है. आपका नाम से प्रॉपर्टी कार्ड होता है. डीम्ड कन्वेंस के अंदर थ्रू आपका कन्वेंस डीड रजिस्टर्ड होता है. Now coming to the process. Somebody asked me, it's a lengthy process and lot of things has to be done and lot of cost is involved. Let me tell you, आपको एप्लीकेशन फॉर्मेट भी दिया है रूल में, फॉर्म नंबर 7. उसके बावजूद आपको सिर्फ 2000 रुपए का कोर्ट फी लगाना है, सिर्फ 2000 रुपए का कोर्ट फी. तीसरा, आपको जैसा सर्टिफाइड कॉपी ऑफ द लैंड जो मैंने बताया, प्रॉपर्टी कार्ड है, सीटीएस मैप है, या आपका 7/12 है, गांव नमूना 6 है, या आपका एनए ऑर्डर है, एनए टैक्स भरा हुआ पावती है, रिलेटेड टू द लैंड. 5 में से कोई भी एक तो दे दो, कम से कम आप प्रूव करो आपका जमीन का नंबर क्या है, कम से कम उतना तो आइडेंटिटी आप दे दो. दूसरा, बिल्डिंग का डॉक्यूमेंट. बिल्डिंग का डॉक्यूमेंट आरटीआई डालो, आपको रिप्लाई आएगा वो लेटर के साथ. आप असेसमेंट का बिल, आपका कितना टेनेमेंट से वो डाल दो, बस हो गया. तीसरा, आपका इंडिविजुअल एग्रीमेंट. चौथा, आपका आइडेंटिटी दैट इज रजिस्ट्रेशन सर्टिफिकेट. नेक्स्ट, अदर रिलायंट डॉक्यूमेंट्स. अदर रिलायंट डॉक्यूमेंट मतलब आपने बिल्डर को नोटिस भेजा है, जमीन वालों को नोटिस भेजा, उनका रिप्लाई आया, उन्होंने हाँ बोला, ना बोला, क्या बताया, आपने क्या प्रयास किया है. सो दैट इज अ रिलेवेंट डॉक्यूमेंट दैट यू आर रिलाइंग अपॉन. एरिया एंटाइटलमेंट मतलब आपको कितना एरिया चाहिए. आपका 10,000 स्क्वायर मीटर का जगह है, उसमें से आपका एक ही सोसाइटी, 10 सोसाइटी में आपका एक सोसाइटी है, तो आपका एंटाइटलमेंट मान लो 2000 स्क्वायर मीटर है. आपको एरिया एंटाइटलमेंट का सर्टिफिकेट आर्किटेक्ट से देना है. सर्वे नंबर, सीटीएस नंबर जो एग्रीमेंट में है वो है. देन सर्च रिपोर्ट. आपको एक एडवोकेट को अपॉइंट करते हुए गया 30 साल का सर्च रिपोर्ट देना है. ये सर्च रिपोर्ट इसके लिए देना है सो दैट जूना लैंड ओनर ने तीसरे को तो प्रॉपर्टी बेचा नहीं है ना, और चौथा तो उसके ऊपर आया नहीं है ना, क्योंकि आपको लगता है कि आपका एग्रीमेंट फॉर सेल में जो जमीन मालिक का है वो एंड है. ऐसा नहीं है. पॉसिबली दैट पर्सन मस्ट हैव सोल्ड टू सेकंड पर्सन, थर्ड पर्सन, अलग अलग हुआ होगा. ऑल दिस गेट रिकॉर्डेड इन द सिटी सर्वे, सॉरी योर सब रजिस्ट्रार्स ऑफिस. जब सब रजिस्टर ऑफिस में ये सब रिकॉर्ड होता है तो आपको उनका सर्च रिपोर्ट एक एडवोकेट का देना है. तो ऑल दैट्स द डॉक्यूमेंट रिक्वायर्ड. उसके बाद क्या होगा, उसके बाद हियरिंग होगा. हियरिंग होने के बाद उसके पहला मैं ये आपको भी बताना चाहूंगा कि व्हाट आर द एडवांटेज ऑफ कन्वेंस. ये सब क्यों करना चाहिए. एडवांटेज ऑफ कन्वेंस इज वन, यू बिकम द ओनर ऑफ द लैंड. सेकंड, ऑल कमर्शियल बेनिफिट्स यू गेट, एप्रिसिएशन ऑफ प्रॉपर्टी, यू कैन रेज द लोन, यू गेट ऑल बैलेंस ऑफ पैसा, एंड द लास्ट एंड मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट इज यू कैन डू द रीडेवलपमेंट. आपका टाइटल क्लियर एंड फ्री हो जाता है. नेक्स्ट, you can send the builder jail, that is fine, but how many of us want to send the builder jail? Next, what happens? This is very important. ये लक्ष्मी चाय का फोटोग्राफ है, where in Borivali which collapsed. You have seen Santa Cruz one building collapsed. Andheri, lot of buildings have collapsed. Kandivali have collapsed. Now, in Andheri, I can just tell you, 6 years old, 6 years back, the building collapsed. But for the last 6 years, they are not able to do the redevelopment because they don't have the conveyance. And now the slums have started coming there. You are the owner of the flat of each 1 crore at Andheri prime location, but because you don't have the conveyance, you are not able to get the title transferred in your name, and therefore you are not able to go for the redevelopment. So your ownership title are in question. Now coming to the what in case this happens? If this happens, then you will be out of the house. Suppose आपका फ्लैट का कीमत है मान लो per square foot 10,000. Construction cost is only 2,000 rupees. 8,000 is the land cost. And if you are not the owner of the what you call the land, then if the building collapses, you will not be able to go for redevelopment. You will be worse than the tenant. So many were asking me a question on tenanted building. हमारा land owner building बना नहीं रहा है, हमारा कुछ कर नहीं रहा है. So similarly, if your building gets collapsed or you are required to vacate, and if you are not having the ownership of the land in your name, in the name of the society, then you cannot go for the redevelopment. Therefore, going for the conveyance is most important. Now I will go to the next step. Suppose you have made all this application, and yeah, I'll take the question a little later. Now coming to the next question, that you have made all this application, you have given the document. What the registrar does? Registrar, that is every district there is a district deputy registrar. You have to go and apply to the district deputy registrar. In Mumbai we have got 4 district deputy registrar. For eastern suburb we have at Konkan Bhavan, and western suburb we have 3 district deputy registrar. One for South Mumbai, second is for the Bandra to Jogeshwari, and thereafter Goregaon to Dahisar, another. So like that there are 4 district deputy registrars with whom you have to apply with all these documents. He will call for the hearing of the developer, saying that why you are not given the conveyance. He will come and give n number of reasons. Whatever reasons they give, it will not be heard. Once the society is registered, you have all the documents to prove that you are entitled for the conveyance, then the order has to be passed in your favor. Now, if at all it is rejected, it is because you are asking as against 1,000 square meter, 2,000 square meter, as against, lot of societies have applied. I am surprised. Have applied for the deemed conveyance without referring the CTS number, without giving a property card. कुछ भी नहीं है. 2000 का कोड फी भी नहीं लगा. They will say we don't know where it is available. Okay, and you get the property card, you get the CTS number. We don't understand. They attach only registration certificate and resolution, and they apply for the deemed conveyance. So in such cases you will not get. You cannot be careless about your own property. You need to give all the information to competent authorities so that he will be able to provide you the actual conveyance. Now what happens? There, the district deputy registrar calls the builder. He is supposed to explain. He is supposed to give in writing as to why he is delaying or why he does not want to do. The landowner will be called. He is supposed to give in writing. Then we as a society will say what are our issues, and if they are given some other reasons that there is a balance FSI, they say that there is a dispute, they say that I have not received some money from some flat owner, all these are irrelevant. It will not be heard. All this will be set aside. I will give you a number of court cases where the court said even if there is no occupation certificate, even if there is no completion certificate, still the conveyance can be given. So therefore, you get the deemed conveyance after hearing both the parties. And all this process, most important, all this process gets finalized in 6 months. And most important is there is no cross-examination. The advocates cannot play the role. When there is a cross-examination, then you have said right, you have said wrong, you have said like this is no cross-examination. Whatever you want to say, you have to give in writing. The submission will be made, 2 or 3 hearings will be done, and if the builder is expired, if the landowner is not traceable, and there can be ex parte order. What I mean is ex parte order, the competent authority will give the order saying that since both the people are not interested, they have nothing to say in the matter, therefore you are entitled for the conveyance, so the conveyance is given. So the competent authority passes the order. Once he passes the order, what is the next step? He requests you to prepare the conveyance deed. Now, once he passes the order, that means now he has agreed to give you the conveyance. He has agreed to step into the shoes of the builder and the landowner who have defaulted. He says they are wrong, so now the government of Maharashtra has authorized me to execute the conveyance in your favor. Just to give you an example, you will be surprised. My learned friend Judge also has come here. Suresh Pawar will be speaking later. He will also agree with me. The government of Maharashtra has appointed a competent authority as a court receiver. Try to understand. What is the role of this court receiver? That means the government of Maharashtra through the GR has appointed, given a power of attorney, empowered the district deputy registrar to be a builder, to be a landowner and give the conveyance. So he becomes a court receiver. Court receiver, what he does? He takes the possession of the property and hands over to the person who is actually supposed to take. Here the competent authority has been appointed by the government of Maharashtra. A general power of attorney by the government of Maharashtra is given to the district deputy registrar. Where the builders are not giving the conveyance, you give the conveyance. Therefore, the conveyance happens through the competent authority. Competent authority steps into the shoes of the builder. This is what you have to understand. Next. These are the various documents required. The promoter means, try to understand, promoter means not only he will construct and causes construction. Construction means, who construction means the builder. Causes construction means landowner. Inputs is assignee. Inputs is assignee means if the builder is expired, landowner is expired, their assignees are legal heirs. Suppose they have given the development right to somebody else, those person becomes the assignee. If the landowner has sold his right to XYZ, he becomes the assignee. So even if the landowner has sold the property to XYZ, still that person becomes a promoter. That means all these people are coming into the clutches of the promoter and unka jaga competent authority. Competent authority steps into the shoes of the builder, landowner, their assignees and grants you the conveyance and executes the conveyance deed. So here, the most important provision of this law is to provide a quasi-judicial authority in existing to legal remedy, to order, competent authority passes an order and he implements this order. That is most important. Normally city civil code, what it happens, they passes the order and after 6 months or 1 year you have to wait, and if they don't implement the order, then you have to again go to the city civil code and say that please execute the order. Here it doesn't happen like that. Here he passes the order, on the same day he also executes the conveyance deed. There is no need of separate application. Next. As I told you, appearance, non-appearance, production of inspection of documents, file the relevant documents. On receipt of the applicant has to say their say. And the last is, next, opponents to file their written reply, no cross-examination. That is very important. And on receipt of the reply, CA means competent authority may hear oral arguments of the party and close the proceeding. Within 6 months, आपको आपका जमीन का हस्तांतर हो सकता है. In 6 months, provided you wake up, you don't become lazy, and try to understand and don't carry away by miscommunication. Next, speaking order. यदि rejection भी देना है तो competent authority has to give the reason why he is rejecting, and if he is giving the order, he has to say why he is giving you the conveyance. Speaking order will be done, and then you get the conveyance, unilateral conveyance deed executed by the competent authority. And once you get the order, next, go back. Once you get the conveyance deed, try to understand there are 4 steps done. One is you have to prepare the conveyance deed. You have to pay the stamp duty applicable, that is 100 rupees or whatever it is. Next is you have to get it registered, and the last is the sub-registrar will again, if required, issue the notice to find out whether any cases are filed against the deemed conveyance order, and then he registers it. Next. Now this is some of the photographs which I was discussing with Prithviraj Chavan, and this is actual conveyance deed had done under MOPA. Just go forward. See, if you can see, the Sunshine Developers, Sunshine Enterprises is the builder and the landowner. He did not sign. Then on his behalf, District Deputy Registrar has signed as a seller. Okay, he passes the order and he signed on behalf of the builder. And the society, Daisar Ajanta Cooperative Society Chairman, Secretary, Treasurer, they have signed on behalf of buyer. So this way, the conveyance deed gets registered. If you see this is the registration stamp. Just go back. This is a registration stamp. See, this is the registration stamp. Okay, you can see this. Here, go ahead. So this is duly registered. So this is a duly registered deed. The only complication is people think that deemed conveyance is complicated because of 2-3 reasons. Let me tell you one or the 2 reasons. One is you have to understand the Registration Act. Second, you have to understand the Bombay Stamp Act, Maharashtra Cooperative Societies Act, Income Tax, and then you have to discuss about the Maharashtra Ownership Land Act, then ULC, Criminal Procedure, BMC law, that is the Development Control Rule, Land Revenue Code, bylaws. These are the various things you need to understand. Therefore, people find it little difficult because once you file a deemed conveyance application, the builder tries to confuse the competent authority and their advocates, as Advocate Amit Mehta said, there are builders who are advocates who are there to twist the matter. So they try to confuse. If they are not able to convince, they will confuse. As a judge, he will tell you later. So the job of the advocate is try to convince. If you are not able to convince, then confuse, so that the competent authority does not give the. So therefore, it is better you appoint a learned person who has experience, so that you get the land title of which is more than 80% of your flat value is considered to be the land, and therefore it is better to appoint a good consultant, maybe spend some money. And let me tell you, you need not pay a single rupee in cash. If somebody is saying that cash has to be paid, that is wrong. You have to pay the advocate fees. Now different advocates will charge different fees. Now if you have got 10 advocates, you take the quotation from 10 advocates. Now whom you have got trust, appoint him, but not required to pay single rupee in cash. Absolutely not required. If he is spending somewhere else, let him spend. But that is none of your job. Take the quotation, discuss in the general body, and then pay the fees to the advocate. Through the advocate, you get the things done. At least there are thousands of advocates in Mumbai who are doing deemed conveyance. Take the quotation from 2, 3, 4, 5 people. Discuss, decide, and please obtain. I am not here to promote the consultant's work, but what I am saying is, it is not that easy for the society members to understand. If you need, I have published a book of 1,000 pages on deemed conveyance. I can just get it. Jara deemed conveyance ka book le. English and Marathi both. No. So I will show you. I have written a book. If you want to buy that book, you buy it. Sometimes it is not that easy. Because reading a book, one cannot do the bypass surgery. You agree? Even if you are a doctor, MBBS doctor, by reading a book, you cannot do the bypass surgery. Book you can read, but doing bypass is not easy. So we have written a book on deemed conveyance, which is available for 500 rupees. That is in English, which has been released by the CM, and this is in Marathi, for which I got the forward from none other than President of India. So I will show you that. What I am trying to say is, these books are available. But these are, and seminars are conducted. That is just to educate you, make you wake up, create an awareness. But still, there are many societies who have read the book, they have gone to our website and got the deemed conveyance. So therefore, these are the various departments where you need to go. That is another process where the problem is. Because you need to go to city survey, collector, sub-registrar, assessment department. Going to the department, then the officer is not there, the clerk will say something else, you write something, they give something else, then all the confusion happens. So therefore, in the field helps you to go to all these departments, collect the document, and so that proper applications are made. Next. Now this is with Balasaheb Thorat, Revenue Minister, with whom we discussed, and he said that for the deemed conveyance, if it is to be successful, you need to do so many things. And we got everything done. Let me tell you, chain of documents are not required. If the latest person has paid the stamp duty, earlier 5 chain of documents are there, no stamp duty is required. No need of producing those documents. So the latest person has to pay the stamp duty. Second, if your agreement is before 1985, you require to pay the stamp duty at the old value, provided you prove that you were staying at that time. Some give government evidence so that instead of charging present value, they will charge old value. Third thing we got done from Balasaheb Thorat is most important. If you go for the regular conveyance, you have to pay 40% of the land cost on that 5% as the stamp duty, which is ranging not 1 to lakh rupees, 20 to 25 lakhs. That's a big amount for 500 square meter land. You have to pay nearly 20 to 25 lakhs. If it is 2,000, 3,000 square meter, then you have to pay in crores as a stamp duty. Then everything becomes zero. If you are going under the deemed conveyance, GR has been issued on 12th April 2012, which we got done through various sources, and ultimately you have to pay zero. But still, people are not ready. You have to pay at the old value. Still, you don't want to go. And the next is, even the registration fee is only 30,000. And you don't have to give the chain of documents. You don't have to pay 40%. LBD was introduced. LBD was introduced on the deemed conveyance. We got set aside. Now, even for the deemed conveyance, you don't have to pay the local body tax, 1%. That is, now I will tell you, after this government goes, or till December this provision is available, after December, what is going to be your effect? Try to understand. The new law is coming, which we discussed. Advocate Anil Harris has discussed. Okay. In the new law, the conveyance of the structure is given. Land is not given. If your plot is more than 2,000 square meter, if it's a layout plot, you get only structure conveyance, FSI conveyance. You don't get the land conveyance. Land conveyance is given to the federation. This is one danger. Second danger, the registration fee is already issued a circular that it will be 1% of the market value of the total property. When I say total value of the property, if your property as is today valued at 1 crore, 10 plus 10 crore on that 1% means 10 lakh rupees is only registration fee. Now it is 30,000. We got it stayed. Anytime that stay can be lifted. Third, the GR is not superseding the law. The law says that as per the FSI you have to pay. So the TDR is also considered as this one. 40% of the land cost, that GR of 12th April 2012 can be anywhere lifted. Fourth and most important, the amendment to the Act is already done in the Bombay Stamp Act. You can verify. If your agreement is not registered and you have paid the applicable stamp duty at the old value, at the time of conveyance you have to pay the present market value. And what you have paid will be reduced. What I mean is, today you are doing for conveyance, today's market value is 1 crore, on that stamp duty comes to 5 lakh rupees. You purchased the property in the year 1989. You have paid the stamp duty under amnesty scheme. Everything is done. Perfect. No problem. But 89 you paid only 50,000. Today you have to pay 5 lakhs. So that means you have to pay 4.5 lakh rupees stamp duty at the time of conveyance. The law is already passed. You can verify. Bombay Stamp Act has been amended last year, 2013. Only thing, for the deemed conveyance, it is not made applicable. Through the GR. GR is not superseding the law. Therefore, my request is that if at all you want to see that your land conveyance you want, before the new law gets amended, please go for the deemed conveyance and get the conveyance done in your name. Within 6 months it can happen. Your stamp duty relaxation is there. You don't have to give a chain of documents. This is all through the GR. Okay, so therefore my advice to you, if at all you want, so do that. Now this is the photograph which you can see. Because I was a part of the committee, I had a privilege to go to the President of India. Because I went to the Housing Minister, I went to the Chief Minister, I went to Revenue Minister, I went to almost all the bureaucrats, and the way I am speaking to you, the same way I used to speak to them and raise my voice, and I said, you are not here to give the justice to the flat owners. Heading the Maharashtra Society Welfare Association, and ultimately I had no other go but to go to the President of India. We took the appointment, we stayed there for 1 day, And we explained to the President of India the way I am explaining to you, the entire problems we are facing, and ultimately we could get the deemed conveyance passed. So these photographs, and you can see that I was explaining with the delegation. We have gone with 20 people, we had a delegation, and that was this one. So next, so to that level we have taken, and to the extent we have gone to Azad Maidan also. One day agitation we have done in the Azad Maidan when the new law came in, because there are lapses are there. Then they called us, 21 MLAs were sitting, joint committee was done. There I gave about 2-3 hours presentation. Ultimately few changes were accepted. But what I am trying to say is, if you are not fighting for your rights, there are somebody else who is going to take your right. Today for your right you have to fight. And if you are, many people are saying, no, this is to be given by the builder, why should I fight? Don't fight. Let the builder take away your cake, no problem. Don't fight, because this is the problem with the housing society. ये तो chairman secretary को करना है, हम member क्यों करें? Chairman secretary is doing an honorary job, but even if he is doing an honorary job, if he is bringing out some proposal, नहीं ये तो deemed conveyance तो free में होना चाहिए, मुफ्त में होना चाहिए, तो ये तो automatic होना चाहिए, CM ने letter भेजा है, drive हुआ है, हमने seminar में सुना है, नहीं भाई कुछ खर्चा होता है तो आप दे दो, let us get the land in our name. Let me tell you, in order to buy the flat, you must be paying 1% brokerage. But to get the conveyance done in your name, not even 0.5% of your flat cost is required to be spent. If you have to spend even 0.5% of your cost of the flat, and you are not ready to spend that flat cost of 0.5%, I think only God should save you. So these are the various books which I presented to the President, and these are the photographs. Next. This is just go back. This is a housing minister who released my another book on Marathi on deemed conveyance. Next, Sachin Naik. Now let me take to you lot of judgments. The deemed conveyance has gone up to the Supreme Court. The way I went up to the President of India, you also understand, above President you can't meet anybody else as far as the constitutional setup is concerned. So we had to go up to the President, which we did. And now the matter of deemed conveyance has been challenged by the people up to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court has upheld the deemed conveyance. Let me tell you, people are asking, deemed conveyance होने के बाद challenge होगा क्या? See, the Constitution has given right to the citizen of India. If you are aggrieved of any order passed by the lower court, under the Article 226 of the Constitution, 227 of the Constitution, you can challenge in the High Court as a writ petition. So like that, 30 to 40 writ petitions are filed in the High Court, except 1 or 2. Almost all 98% deemed conveyance writ petitions have been set aside. What I mean is, has been dismissed. That means deemed conveyance order has been confirmed. Even in the Supreme Court, deemed conveyance order has been confirmed. In the case of Siddharth Construction versus Saraswati Society. In 2 minutes, I will explain you that judgment. It is so important for you to understand. The judgment is Saraswati Cooperating Society. There are Saraswati Apartment Society, Saraswati Cooperating Society. In one layout, there are 2 plots, 2 societies. And there is another third structure, which is tenanted building. So in one layout, there are 3 buildings. One structure tenanted, second is Saraswati A, Saraswati B. Now, Saraswati A went to the competent authority. They applied for the conveyance of the entire plot, excluding the proportion right of B. And even the conveyance of the land of, this tenanted building also they asked. Because they are the tenants, but the land belongs to the society as per the agreement, and it should come. That builder, the landowner, what they had done, they had executed the conveyance deed. Siddharth Construction is the third builder. Earlier 2 builders sold the land and the building to somebody else. That Siddharth Construction was not the original builder. He had purchased the entire land, that is a tenanted building, with the entire land of A and B society. Both the society, including tenanted building, he took. And he executed the conveyance deed. So therefore, the matter was also going in the court. But still they applied for the deemed conveyance. Deemed conveyance order was passed saying that A society is supposed to get the proportionate right of the land along with the proportionate right of the right in the building, tenanted building also. Except the building still it is standing, he is the owner of the building. But the day it collapses, he can reconstruct so much building, but without any TDR benefit to that. So the matter went to before the Chief Justice with the division bench in the High Court. 24 pages judgment was passed after 1 year hearing, where the Attorney General himself came and argued the matter, and the deemed conveyance was upheld. And then the SLP was filed in the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court said nothing doing, it is perfectly done. So therefore, the deemed conveyance has been tried even up to the Supreme Court. I don't think you need to go beyond Supreme Court. And if you have come today, you have heard today, I hope the council will prevail upon you. Now let us come to the last. Many of the builders say that we don't have the OC, we don't have an occupation certificate, we don't have a completion certificate, and therefore conveyance should not be done. The court said, what nonsense, it is your mistake. You have not given the occupation certificate, you have not given the completion certificate, and you don't want to give the conveyance. You want to take the undue advantage of your wrongdoing. Absolutely nothing doing. So the deemed conveyance was given when there was no OC, there was no completion certificate. The High Court held that it is perfectly given. Just go to the next. I'll just read this. It is the specific contention of the petitioner, that means the builder, before this court, that is the High Court, the competent authority, that they are ready and willing to convey the property in favor of respondent number 2, that is society, but this was not done for want of completion certificate. मेरे पास completion certificate नहीं है, इसके लिए मैं conveyance नहीं दे पा रहा हूँ. What nonsense! The petitioner all constructed 46 flats, 18 shops along with 4 parking spaces, which were sold to various persons. Respondent number 2, that is society, along with the proposed annexer 2 of index 2 of 36 flats. तो सबका फ्लैट का डॉक्यूमेंट नहीं दिया, सिर्फ 36 का दिया. Next. In this circumstance, it is the petitioner obligation to execute the conveyance. It is the duty of the builder to give the conveyance in favor of the respondent, which is found by the particular. In the above facts, and sir, I am not inclined to interfere in the impending order. Writ petition of this court under Article 227 of Constitution. Writ petition is therefore dismissed. That means competent authority had issued a conveyance when there was no OC and completion certificate. High Court said nothing doing, it is perfect. Next. So that means even if you don't have the OC, don't worry, you will get. Don't worry about it. You don't have an approved plan, still you get. But you have to apply. Nobody will give you, even mother does not give the milk to the child without the child cries. So you have to understand this. Case in the consumer court. Another case came before the High Court saying that matter is pending before the consumer court. Therefore don't give the deemed conveyance. It's a res judicata. The High Court said nothing doing. If the matter is pending before the consumer court, let it be there. If the matter is pending in the city civil court, let it be there. But deemed conveyance is nothing but because builder has not given the conveyance, because the landowner has not given the conveyance, they have gone to the consumer court. Now, the competent authority is stepping into the shoes of the builder. Are you getting my point? Competent authority is stepping into the shoes of the builder. He is discharging the obligation of the builder. If he is discharging the obligation of the builder, even if the matter is pending in the consumer court and the city civil court, does not stop him from complying with the obligation of the builder. Are you getting my point? मतलब मान लो आप बिल्डर हो, आपके खिलाफ मैंने केस डाल दिया कंज्यूमर कोर्ट में. If I have filed a case against you in the consumer court, are you stopped from giving conveyance for which I have filed a case? Are you getting my point? You are a builder, you have not given me a conveyance, I am filing a case against you in the city civil court. Sir, आपने conveyance नहीं दिया, इसके लिए मैं कोर्ट में डाला है. जिस दिन मैंने कोर्ट में आपके केस डाल दिया, इसका मतलब यह है कि आप conveyance मुझे नहीं दे सकते हो. मैंने केस डाल दिया, इसके लिए आपने मुझे conveyance दिया, तो that case becomes infectious. That becomes dismissed as it is. Are you getting my point? The High Court said the competent authority is stepping into the shoes of the builder. The builder which has to give the conveyance is not done, because of which cases are filed, does not become an impediment, does not become an obstacle for granting the deemed conveyance and granting the conveyance. So therefore, this is the case law which I have said. The petitioner is a cooperative society which has applied for the deemed conveyance. the district deputy white letter dated 19th January 2013 has informed the petition society that though the matter regarding the deemed conveyance is closed for order, he cannot presently pass the order in view of the facts of the case 352 of 2011 filed by the respondent herein pending before the consumer court. Consumer court में केस पेंडिंग है, इसके लिए मैं डीम्ड कन्वेंस नहीं दे सकता हूं, ऐसा डिस्ट्रिक्ट डेप्यूटेशन ने बताया. The society went to the court. Now the court said, since the proceeding before the district deputation are under section 11(1) of the MOFA, the district deputation has to pass the order of the application in accordance with the dealing with the contention raised by the parties. Needless to say that the letter dated 19/1/2013 would not come in either way of the petition society or the other parties at the hearing of the said application. The district deputation has to pass the order in accordance with the law, which means that even if the matter is pending in the other court for which you have wanted to obtain the conveyance, because the competent authority is stepping into the shoes of the builder, still you can apply there and get your conveyance. I have explained in a very simple way. यदि बिल्डर के खिलाफ आपने केस डाल दिया, क्या बिल्डर कन्वेंस आपको ग्रांट नहीं कर सकता है? क्या बिल्डर आपको कन्वेंस ग्रांट कर सकता है? कर सकता है कि नहीं? केस पेंडिंग होने दो, फिर भी कर सकते. उसी हिसाब से यदि बिल्डर के खिलाफ आपने केस डाला है, अभी कॉम्पिटेंट अथॉरिटी बिकम्स नथिंग बट रिप्लेसेस द बिल्डर. Because he is replacing the builder and he applied under 11(1) to 11(4) of the MOFA, he can give you the conveyance. Next. Deemed conveyance possible even if there is a balance at preside. This is very important. Many of the builders are saying new law does not permit. Maharashtra Housing Regulation and Development Act says if there is a balance FSI, you get the structure conveyance, you don't get the land conveyance. Dilute किया है नया कायदा को. I don't want to tell to what extent it is diluted. Today is not the session, but the old law says even if there is a balance FSI, the deemed conveyance can be granted. मान लो आपका 10,000 स्क्वायर मीटर का जगह है, उसमें से 9,000 स्क्वायर मीटर का एफएसआई ऑफर है, 1,000 स्क्वायर मीटर का एफएसआई बैलेंस है, फिर भी आप डीम्ड कन्वेंस में जा सकते हो और 10,000 का 10,000 स्क्वायर मीटर आपको मिल जाएगा. This is not I am saying, this is the law says. This is the judgment of Bipin Construction. I will read the judgment. Next, जरा आगे जाओ. The twofold contention raised on behalf of petitioner, that is the builder, have been dealt with by the competent authority, namely that a joint application for conveyance in respect of two owners could not be filed. दो अलग-अलग ओनर था एक ही प्लॉट का, उनका खिलाफ एक ही कन्वेंस का एप्लीकेशन डाला, बोला कि ये गलत डाला है, मतलब टेक्निकल रीजन. हाई कोर्ट ने बोला नथिंग डूइंग. दूसरा था there is a balance FSI. For the reasons mentioned in the impugned order, the said confusion has been rejected. That means बैलेंस एफएसआई होने के बावजूद भी डीम्ड कन्वेंस ऑर्डर जो पास किया है, हाई कोर्ट सेड फाइन, देयर इज नो प्रॉब्लम, गो अहेड. सो देयरफॉर इन माय व्यू, considering the said reasons, has also considered the fact that the society has been registered in the year 1979 and has been waiting for the conveyance ever since then, the order passed by the competent authority having regard to the provision of section 10 of the Maharashtra Ownership Plat Act cannot be taken exception to. No case for inference in writ petition of this court is made out. The writ petition is accordingly dismissed. ऐसे बहुत जजमेंट है, मैं सिर्फ 3 ही जजमेंट आपको बताया क्योंकि बैलेंस एफएसआई होने के बावजूद भी आपका बिल्डर आपको कोऑपरेट नहीं करता है, उसके बावजूद भी आपका कोई भी केस कोई भी कोर्ट में पेंडिंग है, उसके बावजूद भी आपको डीम्ड कन्वेंस मिल सकता है. आपको कोई केस विड्रॉ करने का जरूरी नहीं.